Hello everyone and welcome to TeaPod. It's the third TeaPod in our series, and this time we have a father and son channel,
Hello.
channel 4110 Gaming. Hello.
Yeah, hello. How are you guys?
All
Well,
right.
could be better. Could be better. Honestly, tomorrow is Monday, so Sunday is like a has like a little stange of Monday in it.
Yep. Yeah, I hear you.
And also, I haven't played Dota today because I had too much work, and I need my fix. My hands are shaking. And
Yeah, I don't mean to be taking up your time.
you're not taking up my time. No, no, no. It's okay. I'm fine with that. Anyway, I've seen your channel like just briefly because I didn't have that much time to look over it. I was editing a
Sure.
lot today. You are a father and son duo, which is kind of rare on YouTube.
Yeah, I thought that's really interesting. I mean, how did you get the idea of doing that?
Well, honestly, I have two sons. One is a big sports fan, and we have our time together with sports. Uh, Channel 4110 son here, Cameron, not as much of a sports fan. So, you know, he likes video games, and it was our chance. It was our bonding time, and we decided, what the heck, let's start a YouTube channel and put our content online. So that's where it started.
Oh.
That's really interesting. Actually, the first.
Anyway, it feels like your sports fan son is like left out. It's like, this is my favorite
Well,
son. He plays video games
no,
with me. The other one, he's good at baseball, but I don't like him.
well, I do a lot of coaching and things with the other son, so he's certainly not left out.
Oh yeah.
But we've offered to have him on here. He'll play games occasionally, mostly sports games, and we've offered to allow him to, be part of the channel, but he doesn't really. He's not
Enjoy
really
it.
down with that.
Yeah. Well, not everyone's up for it.
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah.
so anyway, I wish I had a father like you because my father is he just never played video games with me. He was just like, do your homeworks or smack ya. So
Yeah, well, I kind of grew up in the the boom of the video game era. I'm a tad older, so when the Atari 2600 came out, that was an awesome thing for us. And the games, were just blocks
What
and
was it?
balls and
BBC. Oh, what is it called? The BBC computer.
BBC One or something like that.
Yeah.
yeah, and we kind of progressed from the Atari to ColecoVision, and then when the Nintendo came out, that was big time. So
Oh
yeah,
yeah.
I grew up playing all the different video game systems, and yeah, I still dabble with them from time to time, and that's pretty much what we put on the channel.
Do you collect them?
Not really. Yeah, Cameron here wouldn't really let me collect games because he likes to get through them and then sell them so he can get more games.
Yeah, that's an option. But thing is, old video game systems are really cheap, and I just like the nostalgia of playing like Super Mario World or something like
Yeah,
that on my Super NES.
You have a
yeah,
Super
I do.
NES.
I do
I
too.
have a Super NES.
I actually still have my Sega Genesis.
right down there. I've got all of my PlayStations.
I have on the
Yeah,
PlayStation 2.
we still have in the house. Oh my gosh. Well, an old Xbox, a couple 360s, PlayStation 2, PlayStation 3, of course the PC.
That's the best console.
Yeah, the Nintendo 64,
Oh,
still have the
Wow.
Super
The
Nintendo.
Nintendo 64 is probably some of my best childhood gaming memories.
Wow.
Yeah, yeah, I loved the 64.
Oh wow. I've never had like Nintendo system. I only had like Sega or Sony systems. I wanted a
Yeah,
Nintendo Wii, but people were like, "Oh, it's like you can only dance on it and do like boring stuff." And I was like, but you know,
well, that's pretty much the truth, honestly. We do have a Wii, and I pretty much used it to stream Netflix. And then I wound up getting that Fire TV through Amazon, so we took the Wii down. It's stored away somewhere now.
all right. Anyway, what's your favorite game of all time? First question, like one for you and one for your son.
Okay, what is your favorite game of all time?
Like
I'll try to
no
think of
matter
mine.
what platform, it can be on iPad, it can be on Nintendo Entertainment System.
Okay,
It doesn't matter.
it can be any game. Oh boy, that's a good one. You try to come up with something.
What game do you like to come back? And you always when you play it, you have like a feeling you played it like 50 times, but it still feels like the first time. It's like a game that always brings you in, takes you in, even though you
Yeah,
know every inch of it.
you know what? Mine would be a franchise. Um, I really like the Tom Clancy,
Oh
the
yeah,
Rainbow Six. I've actually gotten through every one of them and played a couple of them,
wow.
multiple times. So we don't have anything like that on the channel, but that is certainly my favorite franchise and one that I could come back to and play again. And
Hmm.
what about you? Anything?
The game at the top of my mind
Yeah, a favorite one that you.
that I really like, Bulletstorm.
Oh, Bulletstorm.
Oh
Well,
yeah,
there we go.
that's a
A little
good
more
that's a good
recent.
game. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
I do like it as well, even though I prefer like Borderlands more.
Oh yeah,
Anyway,
we've had the Borderlands.
for me, it's Fallout. That's my most
Oh, okay.
favorite game. I can always play it, and feel like I play it for the first time. And for you, Sam, what's your most favorite
Every
game?
time we ask this question, I'm like,
haven't asked it before.
what the hell? We asked it last time.
We did? Oh wow.
Yeah. Every time I'm like, what the hell? I mean, there's so many games. I mean, I would say if you're not talking of a franchise of a separate game, I would probably say Minecraft because there's always new mods and there's
Yeah,
always
Minecraft is like an exception for this question because Minecraft is like
okay.
it is always a new game. It's not really.
That's what I like about it.
Yeah, yeah. That's one of
Oh,
our big ones with the father-son recording is Minecraft, and it's endless. All the little mini games and things that they
Yeah.
offer.
And that's what people like about Minecraft. That's why they play it and watch it. Because
Yeah,
when, for example, we play Minecraft, it's not the same as and other people who play Minecraft. So when I play like my solo things, when I try out mods or anything, I just play completely differently than when we record. I'm just boring when I play things solo. Not that I'm entertaining.
yeah. You got to think of that entertainment value when you're recording. Otherwise, they don't
That's
want to
makeup.
watch.
That's all makeup. I just use a lot of Nivea creams.
Uh,
So about that, what your channel is named Channel 4110 Gaming. Now, can you explain what that means? How do you come up with that name?
yeah, exactly. Never been asked that question before. I knew there would come a time when someone would ask. And actually, it was mispronounced a couple times in the past. And lately on our channel, or about a week ago, I added the 4110 to the top. But we started the channel actually August 1st was our first test video of last year.
Mhm.
And I was 41 at the time, and he was 10. So
Oh,
we
I
just
see.
called it Channel 4110.
I thought it was like because your avatar is like two pixel art people or man with a numbers on their shirt. So I thought that you were like playing basketball or something together, and you had like a numbers on your shirt. So that's what I
Yeah.
thought.
Well, that was a very good guess.
And Sam, he never really thinks, so don't ask him. Uh,
So yeah, it was and it's hard. I'm sure you guys went through the same thing when it was one of our biggest decisions.
we just
starting
looked around our table.
and you saw a teaspoon. You were in the kitchen.
and a really dirty one. It was like a bit of marmalade on it. It was a really dirty one. It was not really
Yeah,
that
we
fun.
we couldn't come up with anything, so it was what, heck, Channel 4110 sounds good to me.
Yeah, it sounds
Yeah,
good to me as well.
it's. I mean, the thing is, with a YouTube name, you want it to be memorable. You want the first time somebody hears it, not asked, what was that again? Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
Then
what was
it's
that
useless.
guy, that's something Pew D something, I can't remember his name.
Never heard of him.
Yeah. It's so hard to remember. It's 4110 when the future lies. Just saying.
Oh, well, that'd be great. Yeah, when I'm
That would be
old
great
and
for
I
everyone.
can't do this anymore, then Cameron can take over solo, and maybe he'll just change it to channel 10. I don't know.
Maybe he'll be like 16 or something, so it would be like channel 16.
He'll want to get rid of me at that point.
Channel
We won't
16
be
news.
father-son.
You should actually
There you
do
go.
like channel 4110 news. 4110. It would be actually interesting. You should
Yeah, I
make
think
like
that's
all official.
Yep, that's probably what people think it is initially. And actually, I just added gaming to it maybe a couple weeks ago. I was like, you know what? Let's just tag gaming on the end so it kind of lets people know what it is when they stumble across it. They don't think we're a news channel.
Yeah, that's actually quite an issue with us as well, because Sam is like, yeah, we should add like something behind our name, you know, like
I mean,
gaming or something, so
I'm,
people
I'm,
actually know.
I
I'm,
thought you were a cooking channel at first.
Yeah,
I'm just kidding.
but
yeah, I
I
mean,
would understand that, you know.
I'm a designer, sort of semi-professional,
More of a
and
semi than professional.
and I mean, I'm a big fan in art in general, in clean design,
Yeah.
and so we just try and keep all the clutter away
Yeah.
for our
Like, you know, make
for
it
in
minim-
our videos.
We are trying to make it minimalistic, you know. That's why
Yeah.
we are like only a teaspoon, and our banner is like really simple, etc. Anyway, I'm just looking at your channel right now, and I'm not looking.
I
closed
would
the
like
tab.
to ask
Yeah, yeah.
a question. What do you plan in the future with your channel? I mean, are your plans to be big, or do you just want it as a hobby and you'd never want to do it full time, or what?
Well,
That's kind of stuff, sort of. Yeah.
yeah, that's a good question. You know what? For me, I can't see it ever becoming full time. Yeah, if we had that opportunity, who wouldn't want to do that? Of course. You know, for Cameron down the line, you know, maybe when he's older, that's what this could be. But in the
I
just
mean,
the
are you
future,
actively trying to make it
Sam,
we are.
profitable?
I mean,
You make it sound
And-
like you're like making an investigation. You know, tell me where you call this.
no, yeah, I work fairly hard, I think, to try to grow the channel. You know, we're active on Twitter and Facebook, and of course with
Yeah.
the Freedom Network. And since joining Freedom, my gosh, we've gone. I think we started again in early August, so just about 2 months ago, with 138 subscribers. And so in 2 months' time now, I think as of today, we're up to 216. So if we can keep that kind of pace going, then
Yeah,
we'll
that is a good pace.
be
I
up
would
there.
say.
Now,
But yeah, just staying active in the forums and with other people's channels, you know, give and take and it's working out quite well.
Now, this will make like sound like I'm you know like brown nosed to you, but you recently liked DayZ Ant series of us, and
Yes.
you said that you are a DayZ fan. That's where I'm coming from.
Yeah.
I don't see any DayZ video on your channel.
Oh,
Like, are you considering making a DayZ video with your son? Because that might be an interesting series, actually.
no, actually, I don't have a a category for DayZ, but that we'll have quite a few DayZ videos on our channel. And I was just talking today that I need to get back into that. I've played for quite a while.
I was searching wrong. I was searching the DAZY. That's why I couldn't find anything. Now I search JayZ and I see like fishing, cooking, puking, and fixing my broken leg and helicopter crash. Wow, you have a lot of DayZ videos.
Yeah, it's not necessarily a series per se, and I think that's where I'd like to go with that. Our channel, at least from me, my favorite genre of game is zombie games. And so we've got Infestation on there, and of course DayZ and a couple others. But I'd like to start a series with Infestation. I'm sorry, DayZ, and what I have on there now is just little videos of certain things we run across in the game, and or just interesting things that I saw, and I'd make a little video of it. But or if we get on there with you guys, that'd be great.
Yeah, certainly. I'm thinking that we can do. I'm actually thinking about the games like Rust, etc., which are not really zombie games per se. It's more of a desperation genre, and
Okay.
that would be nice. We just need to think
Oh yeah.
about some game that we would be able to play together because we are living in different time zones,
Yeah,
which is
that makes it hard. And I've been
yeah.
trying for quite a while with one of our Freedom family members, Dusty Mack, to start we were going to start a series together, and that's the same issue. It's just the time frame. It makes it really hard to collab when
Yeah,
there's a 5-6 hour time difference.
yeah,
Yeah.
I completely understand that because people I play with, the JayZ and they are like 8 hours from me, so I can play it like at
Oh
3 a.m.
wow. Yeah.
So that's why it's like not cancelled, but like in a frozen state. Let it
Yeah.
go, let it go. I need to do that pun every time I say Frozen. I'm just sorry, I love that movie. But the thing is that I had to like put it to ice, and just when I have a time, I can record another episode. But it's like 7 hours. I compress it into 40 minutes. I play
Yeah.
from like 3 a.m. to 10 a.m. And only guy that actually is like in a comparable time zone with me is the Bourbon, who you might know as Mark from the series.
Okay. Yeah.
And he lives in UK, which is like 2 hours difference. So
Okay. Yeah.
it's possible to record with him, but not with people that I like to play with because there are many people. There are
Yeah.
so many people on the server. It's actually hard
Yeah,
to get on the server,
exactly.
and some of them are complete jerks. I don't want to play with them. No offense, guys. If you're watching, no offense. But some of you are complete jerks. I don't want to play with you because you will just ruin my series. There are people that the Daisy End is a role playing mode. So there are people that have really good role play and they play with at 3 a.m. of my time, and there are people that don't have really good role play and they play at like a time that I am awake. Actually, I can play.
Yeah.
So it's
Yeah.
hard
Yeah.
to manage.
Exactly. Yep. I understand that completely.
Anyway,
Recently-
yeah, Sam.
Recently, I finally this thing arrived in my post. Does anybody recognize it?
Oh, that's the Google Oculus Rift.
Yeah.
Oh my
It's-
gosh. Okay.
It's Google Cardboard. It's called. Put it on like that, and it's like a $10 VR headset that works with your phone.
Yeah.
She's really cool. So
Yeah, that is interesting.
I've
How
been-
much do they want for Oculus Rift and the Facebook plugin that's not unbearable? That's not, you can just
I think it's
Google it.
$300 for the Oculus Rift.
Yeah. So you just
And-
you just pay for plastic, pretty much.
There's the screen there, which is a big thing, I guess.
It was a Samsung screen.
Yeah, now they have a Samsung
S5 or something.
Galaxy Note 4 screen in there.
You can buy the cell phone. You have cell phone and VR. With this.
Exactly. I mean,
Yeah, I think you got a much better deal there with the one that you
the
purchased.
thing is, if I'm not happy with it, I can just go, don't care.
You broke it.
So, so that's great, and I must say it. I am a really big fan of VR, except I think computers need to get significantly faster than they are at the moment.
Well, you have an old PC. Well, actually, you have old Mac.
I mean, this works on your phone though,
Oh yeah, that's true.
so you get 20 frames per second, and you do get motion sick during that. I mean, there has to be no latency and a very high number of FPS. At least 60, I would say, is the bare minimum.
Oh yeah, Go Team 60 frames per second. That's a.
I would say that's the bare minimum.
I cannot even play game that's under 60 frames per second. Like I used to play games at like 20 frames per second when I was younger, when I had like a really terrible PC. I was playing like Team Fortress 2 and games like these, and it was running
Yeah.
at like 30 to 20 frames per second. It was on a notebook, and I was able to play them, but I was terrible at them because of those frames. Now when I purchased a better PC, and that's really strange because with this PC I actually have better skill because of those 60 frames per second, but I can play for like 8 hours. Whereas before I could play for like 2 hours, and then I got motion sickness. So you
Yeah.
know those frames are really important, and I don't get why
No, I mean,
console
when you have them
manufacturers
like
are
that,
Yeah,
they're
especially
so
when you
much
have it,
more
yeah.
important.
Yeah.
So I think, to be honest, before VR kicks off, it will be another 2 or 3 years until it's at a stage where it's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'll be. I'm sure, as the years go on, every game will be, VR, and that'll be something interesting.
And I
Hopefully,
must
I'm
say,
not too old at that point to enjoy them.
Yeah. Well, it will
I
take
must
some time.
say, I was playing a horror game, and it was actually a decent game. I'll tell you the name if you want.
Now, Sam. Wow, what is that?
Oh, that was a motorcycle. The game is
What? You're living on a highway or something?
Halls of Fear, and
Oh.
it's good because it's just like a horror demo thing.
Sam?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sam, I just came up with the best game for that VR. Using the terrible frames to its advantage. Roller
What's that?
coaster simulator. It would give you real motion sickness, like
Oh,
a roller
yeah.
coaster. Or backseat simulator. That's good as well. Or traveling across Nevada desert in a coach. That would be
No,
good as
it
well.
needs to be like the Alps or something like that. Something where you get a lot of turns.
Yeah,
But yeah, this
you can take advantage of it right now.
Halls of Fear. It's like this tech demo, and it gets you really immersed, and then just like a thing comes out and kills you. I don't think you can actually win it, but it's cool.
Like
And I'd
every-
recommend.
Every horror game ever.
I would. Yeah, sort of.
Yeah, and actually, that's something that I keep saying that I want to start to do is start a horror series, and and it would just be certain horror games that are out there. A lot of the indie games, just one video of each game, and each week maybe upload one, but haven't quite started that yet.
And I'd certainly recommend the cardboard to absolutely anyone with a 2 years or newer smartphone. It's $10. Get it on eBay. It's just so cheap, and it
Certainly sounds worth it to give it a
it's worth
shot.
the experience. I mean,
This podcast was brought to you by Google Cardboard. When recycled papers are used for VR. Anyway, about those horror games. Now, when you were talking about these specific indie games, like one video per game,
Yeah.
there is a certain aspect to it that there's so many of them.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, well, that would allow the life of the series to extend on
Yeah,
because you'd have so many
and-
options.
You know what actually would make the series really cool? If you would make like a little first impressions in it. Because there's so many of them. There's like
Yeah.
clones of every Slenderman thing, and there's clones of Amnesia, and so many of them. Like, it's hard to choose, If you
Yeah,
make
I
like an
have no
informative
idea.
series, that would actually that might be really good.
Yeah, I agree, and that just would be something fun. You want the videos to be entertaining, so people actually want to tune in and watch them.
Mhm.
But at the same time, I can't play something that I don't find enjoyable. So but I
on the
do
other
like the whole-
hand, you can always do first impressions or reviews.
And you don't have to
on-
enjoy the games,
Exactly.
yeah, well, I guess you don't have to enjoy it. It wouldn't be a very good review if you didn't enjoy it, but I guess you could post it nonetheless.
I don't-
Any Total Biscuit video. That's
I
example.
don't. I
He doesn't do
don't particularly think so because it's you voicing out your opinion. So
Yeah,
You
and
can
there
make-
really isn't. I mean, it would have to be hideous for me not to find some redeeming value in a game.
Yeah, but it sometimes happens. Like, for example, we recently played, I played Wasteland 2, and Sam doesn't like the post-apo and the style, whereas I do.
Yeah.
I do love it, and that was the proof example of two different opinions.
Yeah.
Sam was like, this game is certainly
I mean,
has its appeal.
I've got
was like,
nothing against it.
It's awesome. You know,
It's
because
certainly
fucking go
got
out!
it's certainly got its market.
Yeah, and I like
Yeah.
the original too. So, but yeah, I enjoy those types of games. It doesn't have to be something, with elite graphics that just came out this year. I can
Yeah.
go back. I like the old school stuff.
Yeah, and Wasteland 2 definitely feels like old school.
Yeah.
On Monday there will be like our first impressions, so tune in for that.
Have you played Don't Starve?
Don't Starve. No.
In my opinion, that is the best horror game.
Well, it's not really horror.
It's a stress. No, it's not horror. It's a stress game.
Yeah, it's a
If
stress
if
game.
you feel too relaxed, play Don't
Yeah.
Starve for half an hour, and you will be so stressed out.
Yeah, it's like a Monday. It's completely like a Monday.
No,
I
it's
don't know how
100
enjoyable
times
that
worse
would
than
be.
Monday.
Well,
But
don't,
there's multiplayer coming out for it, which is pretty cool.
Oh, okay.
it would bring
That's
a
certainly
certain
good for us.
yeah, and I'm looking forward to it.
That's probably my most anticipated
Shame-
game for
shamefully-
2014.
Shamefully, the open beta has been closed, so you cannot sign up now. We did manage to sign up for the beta, but it's not possible
Right.
anymore, which is a shame. I don't like closed betas. I do like open betas more. I don't like what they did with Hearthstone as well. They made,
Well,
but
it's a
sometimes
open-
it's necessary.
It's
Yeah,
open
for
beta
servers.
though, isn't it?
Hearthstone?
No. Don't Starve. They let a certain amount of people in, and
Yeah, that's
as
closed
long as-
beta. That's closed beta. When
Yeah.
you just
is it? I thought
When you
closed beta
close-
was
when you close
invite only, sort of.
well,
Yeah, where you
That-
have
that
to
can be
apply more or less.
yeah, but when you apply and they just tell, okay, you can go, you cannot go, just like Holocaust, then it's closed beta. But when you just go into the website and click download, then that's open beta. Anyway, back to the horror games, because that's been that had certain appeal on YouTube for a long time. People call them screamathons, etc. Now, I personally cannot play horror games because I have a childhood trauma when I played Alone in the Dark, the first one, with that polygonal frog in intro, and I was scared shitless. And it's good that your son doesn't have earbuds or anything, so he cannot hear me, because this is definitely not PG-13. And I cannot play because
Okay.
of that experience. I just cannot play horror games. Now the question is: would you play the games with your son, or would you play them alone?
Well, the plan initially was to play alone. He's getting ready to start a series of his own, and I guess
They grow so
you would
fast.
classify it as somewhat of a horror game, a single player called The Forest.
Oh yeah,
And so-
I like it. Yeah.
Yeah, so he'll do that on his own, and then I would do the horror games by myself. At night, so you couldn't really see anything around us.
I love
just
how you.
my face.
I love how you divide it. Like the old mean dad will go to fight monsters in some castle, whereas my son will build some shelters and
Yeah.
find food. And
And
sometimes
fight off
escape.
cannibals.
Yeah, and fight off cannibals. But that's just. Don't look at that. That's the part you're
Yeah.
supposed to look at.
Well, yeah, it's hard to find games. Cameron likes to jump around a lot on games, and I keep telling him that we want to really get series going, and as far as you can go with it, and if nobody's watching, then you move on to something else. But
To be honest, what I'd
he
recommend.
was just mentioning. I'm sorry that he wanted to do a Destiny, and I am still in the market for an HD
capture card.
game capture device. So when we get that, maybe you can go to Destiny.
You might as well get one that works with your computer also.
Yeah, and I did get one last week, and I decided to take the inexpensive route, and the picture quality was too poor, so we just scrapped that, and we're gonna go with an Elgato or something like that. Get something nicer.
Yeah, definitely. That's why we are not doing console games, because it's just a pain in the ass.
Yeah.
It's terrible to do them.
Yeah.
To be honest, my favorite format is probably miniseries, like, I don't know, 3, 4, 5 episodes on one game and then do something else. And if it has big success, then carry on in it, perhaps.
It's
Yeah,
like
I
trial and
like
error.
that too.
It's like a trial and error. Yeah.
Yeah, I've had a couple like that. And actually, I have one right now on a. I like some of the little known games. There's a developer goes by M. Dickey, and he's known for wrestling games, pro wrestling.
Mhm.
But there's a boxing game, more or less, and I have a mod for it. And actually, today, hopefully, I can post the 6th and final video of the series. But yeah, I enjoy doing that, having the short series. And like you said, you could always bring it back if there was enough of a demand. So
Mm-hmm.
if you like these movies, you know, there's part 1, part 2, part 3, and they just keep going.
Oh yeah. Don't even tell me about part 1, part 2, part 3, or we'll get to the Hobbit discussion again. Anyway, about the games you enjoy. So from what I've heard, you enjoy the desperation genre, or like Minecraft or DayZ, or it is a certain desperation genre where you have to scrap for your resources and just go through things.
Yeah, the survival type games
Yeah.
we really like.
But I've seen that you did like our Magicite series, the
Yeah.
video game, and I have to admit that game would be really perfect for you too. Like for Father Fan, Magicite would be really good because you can scream at him, he cannot scream at you, and in the end, when you die, you just start all over again. It's like every episode of Simpson, of The Simpsons. That's like
Yeah,
every episode.
And before earlier this morning, I was talking to him about Magicite, and that I saw it on your channel. I actually watched another one of your videos this morning, and told him that it would be a good one that we could do. It looks like a lot of fun.
Issue is it's a little bit buggy.
Yeah,
Actually, a lot buggy, not a little bit.
The hitboxes are a burst bug so far. The hitboxes on the enemies. Like
I actually don't think. I think it was the actual swinging of the swords.
Yeah, maybe that.
It
And I
actually
did
is that,
not
yeah.
see the game. I actually never heard of it until I saw it on your channel. So is this something that's an alpha, or is it a complete?
It's a Kickstarter that has started a year ago. It was
made by one man.
funded. In fact, I will look up the Magicite. Nope. It was funded by a very small developer, presumably, who does it in his shed because
Oh wow!
he wanted a ridiculous amount of money for it. Like, what was it?
Like $10,000.
No, I don't think
He
he
wanted like
even wanted
a
that.
few bucks.
$1,000 is all he wanted,
Yeah,
Oh
and it's
my
$10
gosh.
on Steam. Like
and
it's,
he got $16,000.
Yeah, I can imagine. My gosh.
And even the pricing is okay. $10 for early access game. Normally they have like $25 to $50. Like
Yeah.
a DayZ or Wasteland 2. That's $50.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, for that price, I'd be. I'm
Maybe-
certainly up for getting that.
It was in August. It was on sale for like $3. So I believe it will be on sale really soon, and it's early access, so it can be completely screwed up, but it's fun at the current state. It's still
Yeah.
fun, And the same
Yeah.
goes for what's the game? The game you want to do, Sam? Kerbal Space Program.
Kerbal Space Program,
Yeah.
yeah, that's really good.
That's about $15 or something.
Yeah,
I've
that's
seen
actually
that on
pretty cheap.
Steam. I've seen the
Actually,
videos. It
Kerbal
looked
Space
interesting.
Kerbal Space Program is the reason Steam did alpha games.
Oh, okay.
Hmm.
I've never heard that.
It was apparently the first alpha game on Steam.
And it's like you're a NASA pretty much in that, or NASA.
NASA.
Yeah.
And it would be a certain appeal to your channel as well, I dare say, because I've never seen actually a Kerbal Space Program father and son. Father and son rocket science. That sounds cool.
Yeah, that's the
Bring us
one
go
unique
up our
advantage we have.
backyard.
Scott Manley actually has done a couple videos with his children, but they're like 6 years old or something.
Yeah, they're just
Yeah,
little
and I've
babies.
seen, of course, looked around on YouTube to see if how many other father-son videos there were, and I've come across a couple. I don't really think I've seen any using the face cam, but I'm
Mhm.
sure there's some out there.
There definitely will be like smaller channels, but
Yeah.
I haven't seen it like being a mainstream, which is a great opportunity for this kind of duo, because like we are just like recently got out of high school, or looking at you, Sam, you haven't got out of high school yet, but we are like the typical YouTubers, like
Yeah.
about 20 years old. We do like the same games pretty much, except for Wasteland 2, looking at you, Sam. And it's just like it, just like it.
Yeah.
But you're something different, pretty much. You
Yep.
are
We
like
are.
a father and son, so you can use your son can do like the hottest stuff, the new stuff that's like really cool with young people, and
Yeah.
you can do like the fatter jokes, the jokes that no one understands, and don't laugh. That's actually appealing for many channels. I dare say that Sapes from your cast does this. He makes like funny
Okay.
jokes. So it is, or Shin does it as well. So it has its appeal to many people, because
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well,
You
yeah,
don't
and it
understand.
allows us to have I think a good variety of games on the channel because I have the retro game
Yeah.
section on the channel and that I haven't done a whole lot with lately, but certainly will add more to it. And he enjoys the more current games without question.
Like Destiny.
Yeah, like Destiny, we had that I think the day or the second day it was released.
So maybe have an action. That's what just happens in my brains sometimes. What happens in my brains? Wow. I'm sorry, I haven't slept much. Maybe have a question for Cameron.
Okay,
What he likes the most about Destiny? What's like the most enjoyable thing for him?
okay. Cameron, what do you like most about Destiny? And you can get closer to me if you want. And talking to the mic.
All the weapons.
So,
Oh,
and
yeah.
then yeah, that's always. And what about just the game in general?
Being able to go to the moon and stuff, be able to go to Earth and fight back the darkness.
And you like those kind of action-packed shooting games?
Yeah.
So it's like being the hero, and yeah, I do understand why he likes it. I
Yep.
did like Mass Effect until Mass Effect 3 happened. So I do understand that, and the weapons. From what I've seen, Destiny is like a mix between Mass Effect and Borderlands, like a slight mix. I haven't played it
Yeah, and
myself.
I thought it was supposed to be. Well, I mean, I know it's made by Bungie, but kind of a branch off of Halo,
Hmm.
which when he was really really little and the original Halo came out, we used to play that together. So I
Wow,
guess that
my father
I,
used to play with me chess, and when I won, he just rage quit.
yeah, that's probably more beneficial than me playing Halo with Cameron.
It was not.
To be
He
honest, I
always
think
rage quit it.
once you're putting the stuff on YouTube, then it's really beneficial because it's a real life example of what you can do and a lot about technology and things like that.
Yeah, yeah, and then and for us, like mentioned earlier, it's just a good bonding time, and not only the videos, but well, actually, me, it's not the videos as much per se. I enjoy the editing aspect of it.
Wow.
So actually, I'd prefer to take a back seat to it, let
Now,
him make the videos, and then I just be
can 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 can,
the editor,
can I interrupt
honestly.
you?
But
You said you enjoyed the
yeah,
editing.
yeah.
Welcome on team. You are our editor now. Because I hate editing and I have to do it all of the editing. And I hate it.
Now, when you have, like you mentioned earlier, you have 7, 8, 10 hours of footage that you edit down to 40 minutes or whatever. Yeah, that can be a pain. We'd never really have that much footage, but um, you know, besides that, I do enjoy it though.
Yeah, I enjoyed it as well when we do like the Minecraft, and it's like you just cut here and do it in an episode. But when it's like those
Yeah,
40,
and
40 minutes and
yeah,
7 hours, that's terrible.
Yeah, we don't have top-notch editing software yet either. It's kind of like everything else. We've upgraded. We added the face cam. We've upgraded here and there on certain things, but Sony Vegas Pro, I guess, is the big one. Really expensive. Maybe someday we'll get that.
Yeah, I prefer Adobe because I don't know.
I prefer Mac.
Yeah, you snobby bastard. Anyway, about the news, have you heard about the Steam updates? There have been actually 2 big updates on Steam.
Have they?
Yeah.
Oh, I've only actually heard about one.
The first update is Music Player. You are actually able to play music during playing, which is like, wow! How do you manage it? What kind of sorcery is that? But the thing is, you can play the soundtrack of your games. You can add like your normal music, but when you play your game, you have it installed. You can play a soundtrack of different games in your headphones or speakers. But the issue is, as far as I looked into it, I have like 3 games on Steam installed right now. One of them is Guns of Icarus. That game contains the soundtrack. I was like, okay, I have Half-Life 2. I have like so many awesome games with such beautiful soundtracks. So let's download them. And then I realized you need to have the game installed in order to have the soundtrack work. That is a really big mistake.
Yeah.
Because you know how Steam works. You have to install the game and launch it for it to be completely installed.
Yeah.
So that's the first news. Wow, my brain today. And the second news is, Sam, to your studio, because my brain is fried.
Steam Curators. So this is actually a really cool update. I don't know how much have you heard about it?
I haven't really heard anything about it, honestly.
What it is lists of games and sort of short reviews that you recommend. So, for example, the biggest curator at the moment is Total Biscuit.
Yeah. I'm actually following him because I love his
Yeah,
content.
I'm already following quite a few people.
I'm following on TB. Not a fanboy. Anyway, the thing is, what I like about this is that Steam compensates for the shovelware. It was throwing us like half year ago. It started like throwing us all the terrible games, and it's like on the front page, So you go on Steam and you're like, okay, I have money to spare. Let's see what I can buy. Oh, Zoo Tycoon 1, that's a new game? What's this? And then you go through like so many terrible games. Like there's tons of them.
Yeah.
And then you find like JayZ, which is like really old, and it's like between the new games. And then like the games that are actually worth your money, they're not there. Which is why the curators are created, so you can just start your Steam Curator page, which works like a normal profile. You just select the games, you just give them like short reviews, why do you recommend them, and when you recommend a new game, it shows up on your front page.
So we will be creating a Steam Curator thing.
Yeah, Sam will do it, not me. Sam will do it.
I'll hopefully do that within the week. And of course, we will only put games we play and enjoy there.
Yeah.
So if you ever fancy a game and you've got some spare money, then you can have a look at our Curator thing, and you can be like, oh yeah, I remember that game. You played that on a live stream at Christmas 5 years ago. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that's interesting.
Remembers. 5 years ago. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know what happened yesterday, but I remember it 5 years ago.
Yeah, that's me.
Well, me as well. I actually do remember things that happened like half a year ago, but not what happened like last week. No one cares about it.
Yeah, I guess it depends on what it is.
Yeah, that's true.
And of course, if you add multiple curators, the games will be in the order of how many people recommended them out of how many.
Yeah, so it's like
okay.
You have like 4 curators and 3 of them recommend one game. It's on the top, and when only one of them recommends one game, it's like on the bottom.
But still higher up than different games.
Yeah.
Obviously.
which I believe this is a really good system. But this is a system that was needed like for years. You know, GOG had a similar system. With I believe Total Biscuit had that there as well. You create your own profile and you recommend games there, but it was not as simple to use as this because you just click follow and it just goes onto your front page, which is really good.
Yeah, that's a cool feature.
We will have, once we have this, we will have a link in the description below. If you click show more, then there will be a Steam Curator thingy.
Anyway, back to our guest because it seems like he's a little bit left out.
That's all right.
What game would you like to play on live stream? If you were live streaming right now, what game would you like to play?
Oh boy, on a live stream. Boy, that's a good question.
Thank you.
You keep doing this to me. I don't want to have these pauses.
It's not an issue. Some will edit it out.
Just give me about 10 minutes. I'll come up with something. A game on a live stream.
Like what kind of game you enjoy the most when someone's live streaming?
Well, you know, I'd have to go back to the zombie games. Probably at this point, I would say DayZ. Honestly, it was Infestation for a while, but I'd say DayZ now.
And by DayZ, do you mean the standalone or the mod?
The standalone, yeah.
Okay.
I tried the
more
mod back in the day, and I just seem to have trouble with it.
Yeah, because it's old Arma 2 engine, and it's old Arma 2, and it's really sketchy and terrible, and it's terrible. But
yeah, it was not user friendly, so the standalone is much better.
Terrible. It's terrible at user friendliness. However, I do like that in the mod you have like sub mods like Epoch and Overwatch, where you have like more guns, so you can build your base, etc.
Yeah,
and I do like the DayZ Epoch where you can build base. I like built like 5 bases already, and like I fortified like a castle. In Chernarus there's like the castle in the middle. I don't know the name, Zoop Castle or Zap Castle, something like that. I like fortified it so nobody could like engage me there. And then you just realize, oh, I have nothing else to do in here, and you go to a different server.
Yeah, and that's the issue, and I know they're still adding and changing things, but you've got to be able to continue to evolve and achieve things, or whatever the case may be in these games, or they do become a little stale, and I think that's why I took some time off of DayZ for a while.
Yeah, DayZ is a strange game. You have a waves of enjoyment. You start, you play it for like a whole week. You just don't sleep, you don't go into work, you don't go to school, you don't eat. All you need is like million zombies dead behind you, like 4 M4s, like a tank, or and then you just like, I dominated the end game, so you just like stop for a month, and then you go back and you're like, oh my god, this game is so awesome. I'm just gonna play it like for another week. That's really weird thing about DayZ. You
have to be with people. I think it makes it more enjoyable than just playing solo. If you're not on there with some friends, I wouldn't last long if I didn't have people to actually play the game with.
Actually, DayZ would be a really great Facebook game. You would be like posting on your Facebook like, come join me and give me some soil for my farm or something like that. I need a golden goose.
Yeah, there you go. You're giving them an idea.
Oh no,
Sam, go and copyright it.
Oh
You're
no,
gonna be rich.
I mean, Plants vs Zombies was a great game. Have you ever played that on Facebook? Huh?
That's true. I think we had that on the Xbox.
It's on Facebook.
No. The original. I'm talking about the original Plants vs Zombie 1.
Oh, we're not on
Facebook,
X. I mean,
really?
we had it on one of the handhelds.
Oh yeah.
And we had it on iPad, and we had it on
Yeah, I think it was the DS. Yeah.
The original was so amazing, but
I loved it on iPad. I was like playing it all
then the second one was like, hey, what could make this game better? Oh, let's make it free to play and add loads of microtransactions. Yep. Oh, you can just buy this and win the game. Oh.
That have never ruined any franchise whatsoever. EVE Online.
The sad thing is, people must enjoy that. Otherwise they wouldn't pay for it.
Yeah, I am much more a fan of just starting with nothing and building up, and working to get to wherever it is in the game, and it's more of a sense of accomplishment than just spending $10 and
And the thing
getting
is,
where you want to be.
I would much rather pay $10 up front than for the microtransactions to get all of the features in the game. You'd probably have to pay $1,000.
Yeah.
Anyway, what you have said about the you like to start with nothing and build yourself up. I've recently found out, like 3 months ago, I found out the magic of Dota 2, which is a free to play, and the only things you can buy is visuals. And that game is like against everything that I like about video games, because every game it takes like a half an hour. You just go in, you win or lose, and then you just start a new game. It's like one of those like short multiplayer sessions. Whereas I was like always like the MMO RPG kind of guy. You just start something and you build it over and over for weeks, months. You just create your guy. And Dota actually is completely against this. Against my conviction in this. And then I became really addicted to Dota because of how forgiving it is when you just fuck up completely. Then you just whatever. I just start over in like half an hour, whatever, But still, there is this little tiny weeny bit of me that needs like to build up things, and I'm buying visuals like a completely retarded person. Like I today I was looking over how much money I spent on Dota 2. Well, mostly I sold the Steam, like the collector cards you get for playing games, etc. I just sold them on market and I got like $20 or something. So that was $20 you cannot get back onto your PayPal or your account. But then I spent $30 more over those like last 3 or 4 months to buy all the visuals. So in the end, I spent over $50 if I had paid for Dota 2, which is like, wow, I could have bought like 2 more or 3 more games for that. So,
that's what they're banking on. That's what they want you to do.
But I mean, at least it's free to play and it's visuals only.
Yeah,
I mean,
but that's the part of me that's like I want to have like something to prove that I have been playing this game for a while. I'm gonna spend some money right now.
How did that sentence make sense?
It doesn't, but it just makes sense in my own world. In my own world,
upgrade.
I date Megan Fox. That's just in my fantasy. No, I don't like her. She's not really that pretty. I'm more of a Charlize Theron guy from Devil's Advocate.
Yeah.
So I think we can sort of slowly get to the end. And have you got any question you'd like to ask us?
Well, yeah, sure. Well, let me ask Cameron here. Do you have any questions you want to ask the guys?
What have you been talking about?
All the things. Haven't you heard a word they've been saying?
No.
Yeah, well, I have one for you. Since, what for you guys? What would be your favorite game to play together as a team?
That varies. Like right now, it's Magicide.
Yeah,
Okay.
certainly.
But normally it is Minecraft because we both enjoy it the same way. I enjoy it like halfway. I don't really like the vanilla.
We've got to start doing some Minecraft PvP.
Yeah, we have to start doing something like that. We are too friendly.
Yeah, and that's why we upgraded in our latest video. We went away from just the world and building to the mini games to add some excitement.
Perhaps we could join you in some Hunger Games.
Yeah.
That'd be great.
Now, this is a little announcement. If you have a YouTube channel and you want to cross-promote with us and channel 4110, you can join us on Hunger Games if you apply in the comments below. And we will just look through your channel. We demand certain audio quality, of course.
Yeah.
We don't want anyone with a toaster. I'm sorry if it's offensive, but we don't want the people with a toaster that like completely ruins my immersion that I have friends.
Yeah.
Unless you have a
real
completely magnificent voice.
Yeah, like Sarah Brightman. Anyway, about your channel, you've said that you have started a year ago, pretty much.
Yeah.
Do you have a like a schedule on your channel, or do you like submit videos randomly?
Yeah, I know one of the big things in growing a channel is you want to be on a schedule of some sort, but just with work and everything else we have going on, we really don't have a schedule. We just try
I mean, you should be
a couple
professional
of
like
weeks.
us. We have a schedule, and we go with it. And
Schedule.
hang on.
Yeah,
That's not us, is it?
that's not us at all. Well, we,
Yeah, I
we,
think
we
that's
try to have a
difficult.
schedule, but sometimes
Yeah.
you're just too lazy, or you don't have
Yeah, we,
anything
we,
to upload.
we do the best we can, but yeah, it's pretty much random uploads.
Yeah, but for your advice, that's understandable. When we started actually, we were doing the daily content, and it was actually it was not really that beneficial for our channel because every video got like 3 views, 4 views. It was me, you, and my mom, something like that. And my mom watched it twice because she doesn't speak English, so she was trying to figure out what we were talking about. And when we started to do like less videos, we actually got more views because people were. It was easier for people to catch up with us.
Yeah.
So the daily content is good when you are at some point when it's demanded. And
Yeah. And I'm sure there's a minimum you want to stick to. I would think, at the very least one a week. I think we do, more than one a week. But if you're lagging beyond that, and you're not uploading videos, but once every couple of weeks or once every month, I don't think you're going to get many subscribers or viewers. They're just going to pass you by.
which reminds me of our Let's Build. We haven't done that for half a year, fam.
Yeah, we've been having problems with
Yeah, but
what is it
the
called?
server.
Not the server, the server, but specifically World
Bucket.
Edit.
Yeah, specifically Bucket.
Yeah,
So
and Bucket
it's
that
hard
has
to do.
seized development, and it's just gone horribly wrong.
Anyway,
But that should be up soon, hopefully.
Sam had a question, I believe, like a last question to
Yeah,
ask.
final question is...
Okay.
Is there anything exciting coming up on your channel in the near future that we or the viewers can look forward to?
Well, we're going to continue on the father-son Minecraft. We're going to continue, I think, with the mini games only for now. So hopefully we're on there with you guys. That would be exciting.
That would be great, yeah.
Cameron will start his series with the forest, and then also I am thinking of some kind of way to do a charity fundraiser. I haven't quite narrowed down the charity to this point, but gaming for charity, a lot of people do that. And see, it would have to be some kind of a Kickstarter thing, and where you could play with us, you'd get mentioned during the video, and it'd be some type of a game where it'd be a start and a finish to it. It'd be a marathon. So that's something that I want to work on here in the near future, but no real magicite maybe.
Yeah,
But yeah, I want to get that going.
Join the Magicite.
So yeah, other than that, we're also going to work on getting our HD capture device, and then we'll branch off a little bit, and instead of only PC, we'll add in some Xbox and some PlayStation.
I myself am actually looking for the Destiny because I haven't found any good Destiny playthroughs. Like, well, not any good, but any that I would enjoy. So I'm looking forward for the Destiny.
Yeah, and I'm sure that'd be number one on Cameron's list would be Destiny.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, that's the things to look forward to in the near future.
Okay, so
Okay.
I think that's about it.
Well, thank you very much for joining us, and you guys for watching. And be sure to check out the channel 4110's channel gaming. And
You can click them on the video at any time.
There's
Just
annotation,
like
so you can
there.
just rewind the video to start, and you can click there or you can click now. It's up to you. Be sure to check them out because they have some really good content. Even though when you are looking for JayZ, be sure to spell it right. And it's day with Y and then Z after that, not the DAZY. Just don't do the same mistake as I did. Well, I never said that I'm educated. Anyway, thank you very much for joining us. It was a pleasant time
Okay.
for me, and I enjoyed it, even though you cannot see me. It's a technical
Well,
difficulty.
yeah, and thank you guys a lot. This was a lot of fun. I appreciate you inviting us.
Yeah, and if you want to join us, like in a couple of weeks or a couple of months, again in our podcast, you're free to talk, free to ask. We will just
Oh, yeah,
figure out
sure.
when we can put you in.
And maybe we'll let Cameron wear the headset then.
Yeah, sure. So yeah, and your charity, it will be a live stream from what I've heard.
Yeah, I think we'll probably, or I say we, because if it's a marathon type situation, I need his help with it as well. I can only play so long, but yeah, I think we'd live stream on Twitch.
Yeah, so be sure to check them out on your channel, and when there's time, I'm sure there will be a Twitch link, and they're doing it for a good thing. It's for charity. Come on, people.
Yep.
Do you hate charitable people? Just check out their channel. Well, thank you very much for watching and joining us, and see you on the next podcast. Bye.
Thanks, guys. Bye.
All right, thanks again, guys.
Bye.
Bye.